Hi everyone, this is Jimby from Alichi Creations and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little pillows in the shape of map of Africa and with a heart. But before I continue, if you're new here, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you're notified when I post new videos. The supplies you're going to need is double knit yarn, two contrasting colors, color 150 grams, which is your main color, and the color for your heart will be 25 grams. You're going to use a 4mm hook, and you also need the darning needle, a pair of scissors, and some polyfill. The stitch we're going to use is a single crochet and back loop single crochet in US terminology. And I also have a diagram or a chart which you can find in the written pattern in the description box below. The pillow we worked in two parts, the front and the back, and then it will be joined together. The pattern is exactly the same with a slight difference when working the edges, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's begin. You're going to start by making a slip knot and then making a chain of 5, two, 3, 4, 5, and this will be your row 1. So your row 1, you're going to single crochet all the stitches across. In total you're going to have 5 stitches, including the chain you didn't work in. In chain 1, your row 2, you're going to single crochet in the next stitch and then single crochet 2 stitches, and in the very last stitch you're going to 2 single crochets, and you're going to have a total of 6 stitches. Row chain 1, we're going to row 3, turn, single crochet in the same stitch as your turning stitch, then single crochet 5 stitches across. For 5, you have a total of 9 stitches. Chain 1, row 4, single crochet in the same stitch, then single crochet 5 stitches across, five, 4, 5, sorry, and then in the last stitch 2 single crochet. You have 9 stitches, chain 1, row 5, turn, single crochet in the next stitch so there's no increase, and then single crochet all the stitches across until the end of the row. You have 9 stitches, chain 1, row 6, single crochet in the next stitch, then single crochet 6 stitches, that is, you have 1 stitch left at the end of the row, and in the very last stitch 2 single crochet, chain 1, row 7, turn, single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet until you have one stitch left. In the very last stitch, 2 single crochet, you will have 11 stitches, chain 1, row 8, single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet across all the stitches, there's no increase. You're going to have 11 stitches, chain 1, turn, row 9, single crochet in the same stitch, and then twice, then single crochet 9 stitches, until you have one stitch left, then 2 single crochet in the last stitch, you have 14 stitches, chain 1, row 10, single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet 11 stitches until you have one stitch left. In the very last stitch, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, you have 15 stitches, chain 1, turn, row 11, single crochet in the next same stitch, and then single crochet across 13 stitches. So you're just going to single crochet all the stitches across. There's no increase. You have 15 stitches. Do not chain 1, turn, row 12, slip stitch in the first stitch, and then chain 1, then single crochet across all the stitches. So it will be 12 stitches you're single crocheting across, plus your chain 1. You should have 14 stitches at the end of this row. 14 stitches, chain 1, and in the next row I'm going to introduce the contrasting yarn, the red yarn. So I'm just preparing it. So I'll introduce it somewhere there. So row 13, chain 1, row 13, single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4. In the 5th one you're going to change color by picking it up, making a slip knot, and just finishing your 5th stitch with the new color. Okay, then you're going to single crochet with color 2 stitches, and you're gonna carry the white yarn under. So single crochet 1, and then single crochet 2, pick up your white, your main color, your color 1, and finish off the second stitch. And then with color 1, single crochet the rest of the stitches, so that's 5 stitches, and you're gonna have 14 stitches at the end of a row. Chain 1, row 14. We're going to add more of color 2 on the side, so we're going to start by single crocheting in the next stitch, so no increase, then single crochet in the 2 stitches, then change color in the second stitch, and then we're going to carry color 1 under, then we're going to work color 2, work under the yarn over and carry color 1, so 1, make 4 stitches, 2, 3, and then 4. On the 4th one, drop color 2, pick up color 1, leave color 2 behind, and then single crochet across all the stitches. You're gonna have 14 stitches, chain 1, chain 1, row 15, single crochet in the next stitch, and in the next 2 stitches, pick up color 2, single crochet in the white in 6 stitches, carrying your white under, 5, 6, drop color 2, leave it behind, single crochet the remaining stitches with color 1 until you have 1 stitch left, and then 2 single crochet in the very last stitch. You're gonna have 15 stitches, chain 1, row 16, turn, single crochet in the next stitch, and then in the second stitch pick up color 2 and finish the stitch, and then work in color 2 8 stitches, carrying your color 1 under, seven and 8, drop, pick up color 1 to finish your 8th stitch, then single crochet the 4 stitches, you're gonna have 15 stitches at the end of the row. Chain 1, row 17. Row 17, we're going to start with single crochet in the next stitch. Next stitch we're supposed to change colors. Let me go back. Sorry, we're supposed to change color here to color 2, pick it up, pull through, and then work 10 stitches in color 2. 9, and then 10. Pick up color 1, drop color 2, and then work the last stitch, the last 2 stitches, and then work the last 2 stitches, 1, and in the very last stitch make 2 single crochets, 1, 2. You're gonna have 16 stitches. Okay, and then chain 1, row 18. You're going to single crochet in the next stitch, change color in the stitch, then single crochet 12 stitches while carrying your color 1. You're going to single crochet 12 stitches while carrying your color 1. Eleven, 12. Drop color 2, pick up color 1, and work 1, and in the very last stitch work 2 single crochets, chain 1, and turn. Row 19, we're going to single crochet in the same stitch, and then in the next stitch we're going to change color. So pick up your color 2, and then single crochet across for 14 stitches. Thirteen, and then 14, change color, single crochet in the very last stitch with your color 1, you have 18 stitches, chain 1 with color 2 and turn. Row 20, single crochet in the next stitch while carrying your color 1 but using color 2, and then single crochet across, (14 stitches). In total you're going to have 16 stitches of color 2, 15 and 16, change color to color 1, and then single crochet in the next stitch, and in the very last stitch 2 single crochet. You're gonna have 19 stitches at the end of the row. Chain 1 and turn. Row 21, you're gonna single crochet in the same stitch, in the next stitch, and in the third stitch you're going to change to color 2. So, and then you're going to work in color 2 16 stitches, and at the end of the row we're going to add 2 more stitches. So (15) 16 is your last stitch of the row, change to color 1, then in the same stitch make 2 more single crochets in color 1 in the very last stitch, and then in the next row what we're going to do is we're going to make a chain for the next row to increase for the other side. So we're going to make a chain of 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're going to end up with, at the end of this row you're going to have 30 stitches. Then we're going to row 22, start by single crocheting in the second stitch from hook, and then single crochet the 10 stitches, sorry, the 8 stitches, the next 8 stitches in color 1. That's the 8th stage. Change to color 2, and then single crochet 16 stitches across while you're carrying your color 1. (16) change to color 1, single crochet 4 stitches, 24, and you're going to have 29 stitches, chain 1, row 23, single crochet in the same stitch, that's an increase, then single crochet 3 stitches in color 1, then change to color 2, single crochet 16 stitches, change to color 1, and then work your color 1 until you have 1 stitch left. So you're going to work 9 stitches, until you have 1 stitch left, and in the last stitch 2 single crochet, you have 32 stitches at the end of the row. Row 24, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to working with color 1, you're going to single crochet across until you get to color 2, and then you're going to change color. Change to color 2, and then work 16 stitches across, while carrying color 1 as per usual. Change color, and then work the 5 stitches across in color 1, and you're going to have 33 stitches. In the next row, we're going to form the V. Row 25, chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and then single crochet the next 4 stitches using color 1, change to color 2, single crochet 7 stitches. And then change to color 1. Sorry, it's a little bit out of frame. Okay, change to color 1 and then single crochet 1 and 2, change back to color 2 and then single crochet 7 stitches of color 2. Change back to color 1, drop color 2 and then single crochet until the end of the row. Until you have 1 stitch left. In the very last stitch, 2 single crochet, that will be an increase, and you're gonna have 35 stitches at the end of the row. Chain 1, turn. The next row will be the last row of the heart. That will be row 26. So we're gonna start by chaining 1 and then single crochet in the next stitch and then single crochet the next 12 stitches to where you have your color 2. And then work 1 more stitch in color 1 and then change to color 2. Work 5 stitches of color 2. Don't forget to carry your color 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then drop and pick color 1. Work 4 stitches of color 1 and change yarn in the 4th stitch. Four, should change there. Oopsie. 4, drop color 1, work 5 stitches of color 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then using color 1, single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and this is the end part of the heart. You can cut your color 2 yarn and weave it in. I'm not going to weave it in now, I'll weave it later, but this is it. Do not chain 1. You're going to have 31 stitches at the end of row 26. And then turn your work, slip stitch 2. Sorry, I'm a little bit off camera, but slip stitch 2, 1, 2. This is row 27, and then chain 1 and then single crochet 27 stitches across. So you're basically going to single crochet all the stitches across. And that's 29th stitch. You're gonna have 29 stitches at the end, chain 1, turn. Your next row is row 28, and you're going to start by single crocheting in the next stitch, and then you're going to single crochet 26 stitches. So you're gonna leave the last stitch unworked. So single crochet, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So leave the last stitch unworked, chain 1. You have 28 stitches, and you can see your heart is looking good. So we're now going to move into row 29. Chain 1. Oh my god, it's off camera. But anyway, we're going to single crochet across all the stitches. So there's no increase or decrease, all the stitches, and you're going to have 28 stitches at the end of this row, and I'll see you at the end of the row. This is the last stitch of the row. You're going to have 27 stitches. Row 30, single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet 23 stitches. Leave the very last stitch unworked. So you're going to end up with 26 stitches at the end of the row. That's the last stitch. Row 31, chain 1, and then work single crochets across all the stitches. No decrease or increase. And you're going to end up with 26 stitches. At the end of the row, do not chain 1, and you will have 26 stitches at the end of row 31. Row 32, slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 1, and then single crochet all the stitches and leave the very last stitch unworked. You're going to end up with 25 stitches. At the end of the row, do not chain 1 because we're going to decrease, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Row 33, slip stitch into the next stitch, single crochet across and leave the last stitch unworked, and you're going to have 23 stitches. I'll see you at the end of row 33. Row 34, chain 1, and then single crochet across all the stitches. You're going to have 23 stitches at the end of the row, so this row we're not increasing or decreasing, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Row 35, do not chain 1. Okay, we're going to slip stitch 8 stitches across. I apologize, I'm so off camera, but we're slip stitching 8 stitches first in row 35. After you slip stitch the 8 stitches, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to work 11 stitches and leave the last 3 stitches unworked. So you're going to have 11 stitches at the end of the row. Row 36, chain 1, then single crochet in 8 stitches to make 9 stitches. Leave the 2 stitches unworked, then chain 1, turn. The very last row, work 4 stitches to make a total of 5. And that's it, you're done with your front of the map. And then we're just gonna work 2 rows of the edging, so single crochet all around to detail the edging. So you're going to chain 1 and work to your left, so single crochet in each row. You should have 110 stitches by the end of the row, so just single crochet in each row all around, because we want to like have some detail of the edging. So just single crochet all around evenly, and I will see you at the end of the row. At the end of the row, join with a slip stitch in the very first chain 1, and then chain 1 again, and then the very last row of the edging, we're going to work it now. We're going to work it in back loop, so in the back loop only, single crochet all around, following the same number of stitches that you've just previously done, so you have 110 again. So single crochet in the back loop all round, and I'll see you at the end of the row. At the end, slip stitch into the very first chain 1. There's your map, cut and weave in ends. Then work the second part of the map, which is the back, exactly the same way, exactly the same number of stitches without the heart. If you want to include the heart, that's fine, but you can work it without the heart. Work it until you get to the edging. When you have to start the edging, then I'm going to show you how to do the edging for the back. So I've worked the back of my map exactly the same way. As you can see, it's exactly the same shape, but the edging is worked to the right, so that it looks really detailed. And to achieve this, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. This is the only difference. So you're going to chain 1 and turn and work on the opposite side. I'm just going to check and make sure that it's going to be the opposite, so that the detail appears. And you're going to repeat the 2 rounds. So your first round will be a round of single crochet, and your second round will be a round of back loop single crochets. And I'm going to see you when I'm done with the second round to join the two pieces together and add the polyfill. I'll see you at the end of the second round. Just remember, you should have 110 stitches when you're working the edging of the mop. So you should have 110 stitches. I'll see you at the end. So I'm not done with the edging of the back part, and I'm now going to join the two pieces together and then add the polyfill. So I'm going to be joining it whereby the back loop stitching detail will be the right side and the other side will be the back, and the heart will be the front, and the plain part side piece will be the back of the mop. Just trying to figure it out. Okay, so we're gonna join it the wrong way out, so you have the right sides facing each other, and we're going to back loop slip stitch all round to join and just leave a little opening for the polyfill. So what I do is I just tie there. You can use a stitch marker to just tie it so that it doesn't move around as you're joining, and then you're going to slip stitch at the top. There's always drama. Slip stitch at the top, and then working in the back loops only, you're gonna slip stitch to join the two pieces together. So back loop of one side, back loop of the other side, yarn over and pull through. This will just bring out the detailing of the pillow or the cushion, whatever you want to call it. So you have to work in the back loops only, and we're going to work all around and just leave like 5 stitches unworked. And I will see you at the end of the row. So just work back loops only all round and just leave 5 stitches at the end. Then I'll see you at the end to insert the polyfill. I've now joined my two pieces together and just left 5 stitches. This is what I'm going to use for the polyfill, and then I'm going to turn it inside out. Unfortunately, that wasn't really caught on camera, but just turn it inside out, okay, through the 5 stitches. And just make sure that all the corners are out. As you can see, all the corners are out, and your map, you can see the shape of your map right there. See, that's the front, and all the corners are out. Then you're going to now add the polyfill through the opening you've left of the 5 stitches. Now add the polyfill until it's nicely filled. Don't overfill, because if you overfill, the map will lose its shape. So you don't want it too filled up like a toy. You want it to be like a little bit fluffy so that it can, you know, keep the shape of the map. But just make sure that, you know, it's filled in. You don't need a lot of feel, in actual fact, just a little bit, and keep it fluffy. Keep it not too filled up, just keep it soft, and then you're gonna close up the opening of the stitches. And then using a darning needle, thread your yarn through the darning needle, thread your yarn to a darning needle, and then just close up the opening. I try and do back loops, front loops only, so that you don't lose the detailing. So I just do front loops like this, like the way you do the crochet front loops to close it up. And once you're done, weave in ends and you are done. And you're done. Voila. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Until next time, thank you for watching.